Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to look at a game played between one of my students online and someone about the same chess.com rating. They're both rated around 1300. So, we're going to look at the mistakes which some people can make when they're rated about that rating. And we will also see how certain positions should be played. So, let's take a look. My student playing with the white pieces started with d4, controlling the center, knight f6, c4, controlling the center, e6, and bishop f4. Bishop f4 is not the most common move here. Usually white likes to bring out one of the knights, but bishop f4 is certainly playable. And black plays d6, which is not a terrible move, but it's a pretty passive move. The issue is um, both of black bishops have trouble coming into the game. It's not terrible, but it gives white a very easy time to do what he wants. My student played knight c3, which is a good move. Sometimes now white can play e4 because his knight defends the pawn. a6. Again, a6 is not terrible, but a6 does not accomplish anything. Ideally, you want to have your pieces active. Ideally, you want to have your king safe. While this move does not blunder anything, it does not contribute to black's position. Occasionally, a6 could be useful, but this is not one of those times. Knight f3, which is a good move. Knight d7, which is not terrible. Black can maybe now try to challenge the center with a move like c5, or if he has time, at some point he can play pawn e5. He's not quite ready to do that yet because this squeeze control, but at some point, if let's pretend black castles, brings his rook to the e file, he might be able to push e5. Okay, white is happy. He gets all the space he wants. All the squares are nicely controlled. Great. And black plays knight h5, which is one of chess. He attacks the bishop. If white drops the bishop here, black has an option of taking it and justifying his knight adventure. The problem is white played bishop e3, and the issue here is why is there a knight on h5? What is this knight doing? Why is he there? White bishop is perfectly happy on this square, still controlling this diagonal and supporting the center. Black knight on h5 is doing nothing. Black prepares to castle, which is sensible. Bishop d3. Notice white has 4 pieces in the game. White also has a nice center. h6, which again does not contribute to black's development. Black should probably castle. White castles makes sense. The knight realized that this adventure made no sense, so he moved back. But he wasted 2 moves in the process. That's not great. e5, and e5 is a very good move. It did not have to be played right away, but it's certainly good. And the reason is A, white has more space. B, he now opens up his bishop. C, he's ahead in development. So if the middle opens up, white is simply attacked with more pieces. But there is yet another important thing. When does this knight go? Eventually he'll have to go somewhere. So after takes, the problem for the knight, he can go home. He can't go here. He would try to go to g4, which is probably what he should have done. But then again, we defend this pawn, and black is not doing so great. But black plays an absolute terrible move, knight h7. And white plays queen c2, which is a good move. It double attacks the knight. But also, now white has an option of bringing his rook on this line. And the other problem which black has is not only can he not castle, this falls, but B, he needs to move this knight, and he needs to move it somewhere safe. So something like g5 would probably make sense. f8, while terrible, actually saves the knight. Black plays g6, which is a mistake. White simply picks up the pawn on h6. He also had another option, which he will do later anyway. Black decides that he cannot deal with this bishop, so he wants to trade. Trading is fine for white. White is up. He can trade. My student chose not to. He dropped the bishop back. Black gets ready to castle. And now my student realized that because this king is here, and because he's so cramped, he can actually take this pawn. And the logic is black really cannot take back. But then white is still attacking this knight, and he's up 2 pawns. But black plays a terrible move. He takes the bishop, only spending 2.7 seconds on the move. When you have 8 minutes left, you've been attacked. Playing a move in 2.7 seconds is not recommended. And now, obviously, the end is very, very quick. Queen check, king here, and bishop h6 checkmate. So, to return back to the beginning, remember these basic ideas of controlling the center, bringing out your pieces, and not wasting any moves. So if we look at the first 10 moves again, in the first, let's see, 8, 9 moves. After 9 moves, white has a center, white king is safe, white has 4 pieces out. Black is solid, but very, very, very passive. And e5 maybe could have been prepared first with something like rook e1. But again, the idea of opening up the center when you're handling development is kind of useful, although it has to be timed correctly. And again, when you're black, you don't want to put your knight on a terrible square like h7. You want something better. And this allowed white to play queen c2, and then just basically every time you move, you need to make sure that nothing terrible will happen to you. So I hope this was an instructive video, and I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed the video, or if you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, and more exciting videos will be coming out soon. Thank you.